Good evening. I've made myself a little bit of a spooky layout for the season. It's literally just my normal layout with some filters. Dino, welcome in. How are you doing, lovely? I might need to turn audio down. If I can find my audio settings. Evoy! Thank you, Pixie, for the Evoy. It did not give me a big frighten because, as I was heretofore saying, I need to adjust my volume settings. But welcome in, and Marathian, purple, the color of horror, is spooky. How you doing, Krubuku? I'm a ghost or something. We've been over that. I don't entirely know what the fiction is, but I never made my ghost PNG tuber, and it feels like it's probably a bit too late at this point. But that's fine. Okay, so we turn that down. Then we turn it up there. Then we turn it up for me. Now I can get jump scared. Hooray! P and G. It's correct. How does the game audio sound to you guys? I think I might need to turn it up a bit more. Okay. Well, it's not helpful that the game has decided to stop making sound. There you go. I don't know how intense the music gets. You can't hear game audio at all. It seems to be showing up on the thing. Do I have it on monitor only or something? You can hear game audio. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that was just music stopping. Fair dues. Yeah, great. In that case, let's investigate the case of the Golden Idol, shall we? So, I have played a little bit of this already. Ronaldo, welcome in. How are you doing? I've done the first sort of 3 levels, because they were part of the demo, and I just kind of wanted to see if this was the kind of game I'd like, and thus far it seems it is. I wasn't entirely convinced by the first 2 levels, but the 3rd one got me, so hopefully it'll be full of more interesting cases to come. So yeah, it's kind of, I've seen it compared a lot to Return of the Obra Dinn, and I would say that is a fitting comparison from what I've seen so far. Let's do with highlights, because I can't be asked to do pixel hunting for now. Prologue, an abrupt termination of contracts. So, the way this game works is you are presented with a scene of someone's death, and you have to investigate around to get clues as to what's happening. Ah, I see, abrupt. Yes, it's pretty abrupt. About as abrupt as it can get. And you have to investigate the scene you get. So if we look, for example, in this bag, we can see there's stuff inside here. There's 2 bags filled with coins and gems, tobacco pouch and pipe cleaner, bag of medical instruments and some medicine, and a golden statue with a red stone and a bag filled with coins and gems. If we investigate our 2 gentlemen here, I knew what you were plotting, you snake! Oh, he doesn't look too happy. Is this made by... Was this made by the people that made Oh Sir? It looks very similar art style. Let me have a look. It's the Golden Idol. Developer, Color Grey Games. No, this seems to be the only thing they've made. Huh. No, it looks a lot like that, if you ask me. Anyway, that's besides the point. So he has a pipe, he has a dagger. Now here's the meat of the game. As you go, you will find things like this. A letter. Both parties agree to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island. Albert Cloudsley. Anything that is underlined in writing, you can click on, and these are now available to us as clues. So Albert Cloudsley has rights to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. Oberon Geller has rights to 1/3 of all valuables and any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. So we have Dr. Oberon Geller and Esquire Albert Cloudsley. Looking at the bag, We can see this guy was presumably the doctor, with having a bunch of medical equipment, but we don't know necessarily which of these two is the doctor and which is not. Except that this guy is carrying a scalpel and a bottle of medicine to make it extremely clear which of these is the doctor. Says the doctor. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. We'll get into that. So here is a map of the area we're in. There is the Horn of the Finger, Horn of Thumb, the ruins of Xenopolis, and the Bay of Shadows. You can see down here we now have all 11 clues. You should try saying something more doctor-like than as he plummets from the cliff. How? I want to know, Draynog, in your mind, what is a more doctory thing to say as one is pushed from a cliff to their certain death? May I ask? I think also, if it has... So if the little glowy thing turns red, you're done investigating that. But that doesn't seem to work for things that have a second page on them. So I don't really know what the benefit of it is. Oh my! How unfortunate! How unanticipated! We'll need to run some tests! So it seems this guy also has the exact same letter. I don't think we need to click all the underlined things, but I'm gonna. I'm about to experience a severe impact-related injury. Oh no! You know what, Marathi, you've got me on that one. I can't deny that I see gravity work. It's no rain and myopic tech as well. How y'all doing? I looked up doctor phrases. Did you just literally Google doctor phrases? The transplant was a success. There were no complications, except for my untimely death. So once you have gathered all of the clues, you can go from exploring, which is this view here of the scene of the crime, to thinking, which is where it becomes quite like Obra Dinn. You're trying to put together all of the clues to figure out who's done what and how and why. How did someone die? So over here we have the information about the person's death. In the middle we have a panel about everyone's identities, and on the right is different for each different case. So for example, looking at the scenery we have here, we have a little outcropping and we have two islands visible in the distance, which suggests that this is perhaps a camp in the Horn of Thumb. So if you put that into there, everything is filled in correctly. So we now know for sure that their camp and the scene of this crime is Horn of Thumb. Try staying in character next time you get pushed off a cliff, Mr. Doctor. Well, I'm sure if he pulls through, our doctor will be more than happy to consider being more... what would even be the word for this? Like, because I feel in character is a weird thing to say about one's profession. Being more doctory. Yeah, that's the one. I can't believe it. Yeah, no, you got me. It's doctory. That's the word. Right, so we know the falling guy is the doctor, and we know the not falling guy is the not doctor. That's just science. And we also know from the letters we saw that Oberon Geller was the doctor of the two. Meaning this is Oberon Geller. This is Albert. No, hang on. I think I've got those the wrong way around. No, I had them right. Oberon Geller is the doctor. Albert Clousley is the Esquire. All identities are filled in correctly. My body's too doctor-licious for you, Beb. Is that what he was shouting as he fell off the cliff? Oh, my body's too doctor-licious for you, Beb. In character is very important if your profession is... You know what? I will grant you, there are professions in which being in character is extremely important. Professional wrestler, actor, theme park character, what do you even call them? Character performers? I guess? VTuber? Yeah. That is very true, Draynog, although that one is flexible. If you're Mr. Blobby, you should never be in character, because no one should be Mr. Blobby. No, Mr. Blobby should not exist as a character. They should not be allowed. The wanted ranks of the Mascotti. I don't get that one, but I'm sure it's hilarious. Anyway, so now that we have this information all together, we know for certain what happened here. So all of the things that we've got confirmed across the board disappear from our link down here. And we can instead fill them in from over here. So we know that Albert Cloudsley pushed Oberon Gala from a cliff in the Horn of Thumb on Monkey Paw Island. And there you go. Sister was in a pantomime with Mr. Blobby. That sounds like an actual nightmare, if you ask me. I can't think of any professions where staying in character is important when you're not on the job. If you are in witness protection. I don't know if you can count that as a profession, but welcome in, Iris. How you doing? I couldn't get made because I was only half Floridian. What? Don't think that's... Look, I'm just saying. That's a situation in which you need to be in character 24/7. You can't not be in character if you're in the witness protection program. The stream found the Wikipedia article on Mr. Blobby notes one of the common people doing it was a Shakespearean actor. Because there's like 50% of UK actors. Yeah, you know. Fair. Anyway, the scroll has been fulfilled. No hints accessed. I don't know what that means. I guess that means I didn't use hints to solve this. Spy? But then you're on the clock though. Like I was thinking like undercover police officer. But then you're on the job. So like I don't know. While Dr. Oberon Geller was surveying the poor weather with his looking glass, his expedition partner, Albert Cloudsley Esquire, suddenly pushed him off the cliff. But why? I don't know. We'll find out. Chapter 1, Complications in the Family. Do you know what that's about? Chapter 1, Complications in the Family. The untimely passing of a rural gentleman. So, this guy's had a bit of a rough day. Oh no, buddy. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. There's a ring with a ruby. The man is not breathing. His head is badly wounded. I think I know what's happened here. He's died of a head wound, most likely. You'll be fine. Just sleep it off. Oh, you know, I'm in character at all times. You don't know what my job is, so it doesn't count. I mean, that is true. I get the feeling you are in character at all times, Aris. It feels like the kind of thing you do. Horse. Ooh. Well, hey. That's a little golden idol. I wonder if that's going to be important. Is the horse outside relevant to death? A horse is running in the yard, so we can get that horse is available as a clue. You never know. Tony, welcome in. How are you doing, lovely? I hope you're feeling a bit less shite than you did this morning. Did you watch Bee and Puppy Cat all day? And if so, what were your thoughts? It's clearly post-mortem. He died of heartache before the bludgeon ever landed. Oh no. The idol doesn't sing or dance. Worst idol. It's Hatsune Miku. There she is. A yacht is slowly floating in the river. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Some kind of rough and torn old jacket. That's a shame. Gotta finish Bee and Puppy Cat. And the rest of you do gotta finish the rest of Dead End. And also Bee and Puppy Cat. Link Cat Cafe Manager. Oh, yes. Excellent shout, Tony. Did watch a couple of it. It's very cute. It is very cute. I would recommend. Henry Clover. Lead poisoning. Yeah, I think that's what did him in. Lead poisoning seems to be the most likely one. Ugh. This is a spooky kabuki dude. I kind of wonder if I should turn off the highlights. Because I feel like a lot of the challenge of the game is going to be... here's the thing. It depends how bullshit the pixel hunting is going to be. But it does feel a bit like it's like, well, okay, I'll just click here, and then I'll click here, and then I'll click here. Rather than exploring around the scene, you know? So I'm going to try turning it off for a bit. Evan, welcome in. That horse is running a lot. They don't seem very stable. You can use these words to suggest they died of horse poisoning. Are there any specific crab species that you like? I like mitten crabs, particularly. Both because of their name, and they just look cute. Just little fellas. Just little... Yeah, exactly. I can turn it on as I like. I'll send you a mail order crab. Please do. First, you have to figure out my address, so you're just gonna send a crab to every address in my city. Crabs to go. Anyway, here we have a portrait. This clue's been added to the thinking panel. Gosh, he sure is eating a... I wonder what sort of bird that would be. It's quite small, so I guess maybe like a... Is guinea fowl small? I don't know how small guinea fowl is. It feels like it should be small, though. Maybe like a... It might just be a small chicken, I suppose. All I know is this guy has like the biggest chin in the world. Woodshire, Crow Tower, Blackfield. Very well. There's some weird little... Looks like a little rabbit holding a torch. Couldn't even begin to describe what this is. Some kind of centipede horse. And... May from Night in the Woods. Blackfield. I think. Okay, so we've got all of those. We're still looking for 8 clues. 23rd of August. So bear that in mind. Tall rickety ladder. Oof. Oh, buddy, I hope you didn't fall off that ladder. Well, you got a blood trail leading all the way here, so presumably you didn't fall off the ladder trying to get this book. Presumably. Not necessarily, but that's how I'm feeling. Spontaneous combustion. He was killed by spontaneous horse. I, Sebastian Cloudsley, will share my humble contribution to the science of anatomy and chemistry. Ooh. What is that contribution, Sebastian? Mitten crabs are an invasive species for me in the US. Are they the same in Europe too? I don't know. Those windows look like a boobs. I mean, you ain't wrong. I wouldn't necessarily say you're right, but somewhere in between. Welcome in some college. How are you doing? You sure you know what a boobs is? I mean, they look more like boobs than some windows do. You just described 2 circles. August 22nd, 1786. This guy is writing a journal hour by hour? What the fuck? Hillcock woke up. A beautiful day. Washed and dressed in my dining attire. Apparently dining is important. Had a beautiful roast duck for lunch. Did you get a portrait of yourself eating that duck? Just for the hell of it? I'm gonna change to my hunting attire. Rode to hunt badgers. You sack of shit. Had no luck today and returned home. Changed to my researching attire. Changed to my dining attire. Had a tasty beef loin for supper. Filled in my diary and went to bed to continue reading for my research. Apparently are also invasive here. Well, now we know. Are boobs not just 2 circles? That depends on how abstract you're getting as an anatomist. Okay, so we have all of our clues. Allegedly. So let's get to thinking. So this guy is Sebastian Cloudsley, the only name we have available. All identities are filled in correctly. Nice. My opinion, 3 circles. Whoa! Whoa now. Well, that looks to be your dining attire. Also, who puts on specific clothes to eat? Like, that seems extravagant. So these are either research attire or hunting attire. Considering he just came in from outside, I would suggest that this is hunting attire and this is researching attire, although this one looks pretty damaged, which I would imagine to happen more on hunting attire than on researching attire. Gonna put on my dining attire? A bib. I mean, fair. Like, the only thing I would consider doing in terms of, like, changing clothes for dinner, aside from, like, if I'm going out to a restaurant or whatever, is if I'm wearing a white shirt and I'm about to eat something that gets messy, and I still need to be able to see anyone that evening or whatever, then I might change. But that's like the limit. When a scroll is completely filled in, well, it's gonna be, yeah, no, we've already done that. I'm fully aware, but thank you. Spaghetti and jam donuts. Yes, the two messy foods. Sebastian Cloudsley, Lord of, well, we can see the river, and only Blackfield Manor has direct oversight of the river, so presumably, Lord of Blackfield passed away in his bed. The cause of death was a led horse, which occurred when he fell from a horse while he was horse. Okay, I've missed something here. Someone invites me for dinner, I just make sure I've got underwear on, and I'm good to go. You know what? Sometimes the minimalist look is best. It's all situation dependent. No, the cause of death was a head wound. Since he's in his hunting attire, presumably when he fell from a horse while he was hunting. I already knew that one, because again, this was one of the ones that was in the demo. The next one I haven't done, but I think I have done the one after that, because in the demo it seems they put them in a weird order. Oops, all horse. While the Lord of Blackfield was hunting, his horse threw him off and he suffered a deadly wound to the head. Oh. Hello there. A pleasure to meet you. Okay. Sebastian was 53. And that's what that is. I don't know what importance that has, but I'm sure we'll learn. Right. The dramatic departure of an outsider. Oh, hey, I recognize you. You were at that last scene. Well. Things don't seem to be going great for you. I don't imagine this was your plan. A scorched horsebrush. A scorched knife. Okay. Spare me, devil! I was simply following orders. Astonishing monkey man! Property of Pear Brothers. Okay. And a knife. A knife! He seems to be doing so well. He's on fire. Hey, like the expression. He's fire type. Oh, okay. This is just a regional variant of Simisear. A knife! No! What say you, scary man? What the blazes? Hey, too soon. Too soon, guy. He's still on fire. August Jockey Club. Okay. Win, Raging Sultan. Place, show, wager, £35. Okay. So he bet on the horses, he did. None of these seem to be clues, as far as I can see. Cynicals only do that when they're agitated. Now, if it's all the same to you, I will take my leave. Ooh. A ring with a ruby. That last guy had one of those. £1, 2 shillings, and 2 pence. Oh. Oh. I don't seem to be able to do stuff with that, but that's very curious. Right. No. Idle. Spontaneous combustion. Ooh. To perform the combustion trick, you must first cast a freezing spell. The sacred glyphs for combustion on the idol. Right. So use the idol to cast spontaneous combustion. So is this maybe what happens if you do it without the freezing spell? Because I feel that you wouldn't call it a combustion trick if, you know, the idea was just you would murder someone. Your idol appears to have a coin slot. It appears to have a lot of things. I don't think that's a coin slot. I think that's a little lever to activate it. Jod! Yeah, that's how you set someone on fire. You just shout Jod at them loud enough. Interesting. How curious. What an odd day this is. I can't think of a better trick or treat than murdering a man. Ash Blair, finest tobacco. A monkey man. Oh, this monkey's got a blunt. Amazing. Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. We are to visit my nephew, EC. I've already forgotten the name of the last guy, but I feel like it might have been that. God is actually pronounced Jod, little known fact. Oh. A saddlebag. A dagger. 2 shillings and a penny. I'm suspicious of you, sir, because I feel like this is more than just, curious. Cloudsley. Yes? I think I can go back. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. I will be able to go back, but I think you're right. I think it was Cloudsley, and I do think his first name was E. So that might be curious, unless I'm misremembering. Stable rota for Adam and James. Horse grooming, stable cleaning, Monday. J-A-J-A-J-A-J-A. What could this mean? And do it properly, you lazy oafs. Well, that seems impolite. That dagger looks familiar. It does, but I don't know if that's just because they decided to make one bit of art for dagger, or if that's gonna be of significance. I think these two have similar knives. Although, of course, this one is on fire, weirdly enough. Because the man himself also is on fire. What an unexpected... Gosh, this really is quite a surprise, isn't it? I really was not expecting this today, of all days. An embroidered handkerchief with EC on it, so... I guess this is probably then the guy who was going to visit the nephew with whoever that is. Dear Edmund, it has reached my attention that you are seeking a capable new servant. I have just the man for you. David Goran is an experienced coachman with a diverse set of talents that I am sure you will find very useful. If you are displeased with his services, do not hesitate to let me know. Yours, Theo. I can't take Theo, so I guess Theo is not someone in this scene. Everyone knows spontaneous combustion usually happens on the 3rd Thursday of the month, and it's only Wednesday. I know, right? They didn't even check their immolation rota. London Gazetteer. Gazetteer? I don't know how you'd say that word, because no one ever says it. Lord Edmund Cloudsley's speech stirs Parliament. Ooh, okay. Edmund Cloudsley. So was that our guy? Hold the... No, that wouldn't be our guy from last time, because our guy from last time is dead from a head wound. I mean, I'm leaning this being Edmund Cloudsley, to be honest. But we do still have more scene to investigate. Oh. Well, this is whatever that sigil was on the map last time. Still don't know what it is. Some kind of caterpillar dinosaur? What a cool dragon. Is that a dragon? It's something, alright, I can tell you that much. Can I look in here? No, that's just the guy again. Anyway, we can go through here and see more people. Fat Lord, pair twins, A and J. Oh, okay. So A and J are the pair twins. Good to know. Mecca, welcome in. How are you doing? Batley, Cloudsley, and Cubit. Okay. So now we know what these look like more clearly. Cloudsley! I know I already have it, but I didn't realize that at first. You can also sort... So as you get things, they will be sorted by when you find them. You can sort them alphabetically or reverse alphabetically. And you can't then sort them by chronological order for whatever reason. I'm pretty good, thanks. I am intrigued by this game. I'm curious about what's happening. Okay, that bottle is nothing, it seems. Are these bottles anything? I'm surprised these bits of paper aren't anything, but okay. Aphorisms by Sebastian Cloudsley. How to be happy. Eat a hearty meal every day and do not waste your time on trivialities. How to avoid being upset. Oh, apparently emotions are going to be important. Strive for that which holds meaning, and do not shrink from responsibility. How to be inspired. Take a walk in your forest and breathe the fresh air. I see self-help hasn't changed in 300 years. You've unlocked not pain. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Feeling scared is a weakness. Be strong instead. Guys, just be strong instead. That's all there is to it. It's so simple. Just be strong. Don't be scared. Be strong. These are terrible aphorisms. Life hack. By not pain, I mean I no longer need to use snowballs against other tanks. Not a clue what that means, Becker, I'm afraid, but I'm glad for you. I, Sebastian Cloudsley of Blackfield County, being in bodily health and of sound and disposing mind and memory, nominate and appoint Nicholas Maker as executor of my last will and testament. Dear brother Edmund... Ooh. Well, hello, Sebastian Cloudsley somewhere. If someone told me how to be, I would tell them how they will die. And rightly so. Dear Willard Wright. Rose Cubit. Okay. I bequeathed... This clue has been added to the think panel, so I guess that will be important. I bequeath to you the gold idol of Xenopolis. You will know what to do with it. I can't take that with me, apparently. But Xenopolis was in that first place. Oh, don't be scared. Yeah, exactly, Mum. It's just... Being scared is what you shouldn't do. You should be strong instead. Obviously. It's as simple as that. Duh. Welcome in, how you doing? This clue has also been added to the thinking panel. Well, thank you. We met so rarely after you left for colonies. Therefore, I bequeath to you my savings, land, and the Blackfield Manor House. Come home and establish Manor House, a museum of my life and accomplishments. I don't think that quite lines up, but close enough. Slow down, I'm missing things. Okay, look, here's the thing, Draynog. Don't be scared. Be strong. Unless you mean, please slow down in playing the game, in which case, yes, I can do that. I can take this at a more leisurely pace so we can all have some time to think about what's all going on. Or at least I can try to. This clue has also been added to the thinking panel. Instructions unclear. I lifted 400 pounds and I'm terrified. I mean, that is pretty scary. My late sister, your mother, disclosed your financial troubles to me long, and I resolved to help you. I bequeath to you a compilation of my aphorisms to provide the direction in your life which you so clearly lack. Wow, what a great guy. I wrote this book of bullshit. It's gonna save your life. Fuck you. Whoever it was wrote that book, I don't remember. Sebastian Cloudsley. Piece of crap. August Jockey Club Derby. Race 6. Win, spinning jenny. Place show, wager £50. Okay. Dear Peter Batley, we have sent you frequent reminders concerning the settlement of your debt, and yet, to date, the debt remains unpaid. We humbly request that you make your payments as soon as possible, or we will be forced to... Oh. You can zoom in, I have just learned. Or we will be forced to take the matter into our own hands. The debt currently stands at £255. Blackguard and Buck loans. Uh-oh, someone's in trouble. I'm quite surprised debt isn't one of the words we can take, but sure, that's fine. More like Sebastian Clownsley. It's funny because it's true, he is a clown. My apologies, he can be so badir sometimes. Never heard this word before. I hope it's not racist. 6 rings with various stones. £4. An ornamented guitar blade. A fan. And Shamal Bat. Simhasana Batisi. Don't know what that is. Mom, why do you keep doing this? This is a crime. Thank you so much for gifting us up to Wowsy. Wowsy, I don't know if you're there, but hopefully you'll enjoy those. With a name like Blackguard, you know they're reputable, right? That is someone I trust implicitly. Batir is the Hindi word for deaf. Okay. Interesting. Oh, shucks, I love you too, Mom. I would not have expected one of your family to treat a legal document in such a way. I am appalled. A ring with a ruby. Again. 2 shillings, 3 pence. Oh, gosh. Okay. Reading of the Last Will and Testament of Sebastian Cloudsley, September 7th, 1786. Albert Cloudsley, Mary Cloudsley. Test date. I'm not 100% sure what that means. 4 inheritors, all present. Willard Wright, Edmund Cloudsley, Rose Cubit. Okay. Is it Wowsy or Woozy? Yeah. It's... All I know is, whenever I go to his streams, he says Wowsy. But I feel like it would be Woozy, because then it's like the word Woozy. But who's to say? So I've defaulted to Wowsy, because that's what he keeps saying. But then when I specifically ask him, like, oh, okay, so is it Wowsy? He's like, I don't know. I'm just like, well, okay then. Okay, so we're apparently missing 1 clue. Somewhere in the world. Is it a name? Okay. If we go to thinking, we can at least figure out... Oh, we're missing a letter. Did I not check them all here? I had that one. Had that one. I did not do this one. There we go. I pronounce it Wowoozy. Cover my... You know what? That's the thing. Mum! Stop! Stop this! Keep your money! Thank you again for giving us up to Innie as well. Stop it! This is illegal! I'm gonna tell you off at Christmas. I want you to put your sharp mind to better use than mere politics. Therefore, I bequeath to you the notes from the research I have undertaken on astronomy. I grant you leave to finish and publish it under both our names. Well, now. Let's try and figure out what we can do there. We met Sorelli after you left for the colonies, therefore I bequeath to you my savings, land, and the Blackfield Manor House. Come home and establish a museum of my life and accomplishments. Okay, so we are reading the will of Sebastian Cloudsley. So, you see the golden idol of Xenopolis. You know what to do with it. So you're the one who received the idol, presumably. Although, this sounds like perhaps he's trying to steal it. I'll give this up to someone whose name we can all agree on. Mum, what are you doing? My late sister, your mother, disclosed your financial troubles to me long ago and resolved to help you. I bequeath to you a compilation of my aphorisms to provide the direction in your life, which you so clearly lack. Ah, yes, I need one. Okay, so who... So, Sebastian's... Okay, so that's addressed to Peter Batley, presumably, then. Peter Batley. Bequeath to the Golden Idol of Xenopolis. We don't know who that's to yet, I don't think. Oops. I was trying to sort these. There we go. Somebody died from aphorisms. I met Sorelli after you left the colonies, therefore bequeathing come home and establish a museum of my life and accomplishments. I want you to put your sharp mind to better use than mere politics, therefore I bequeath to you the notes from the research I have undertaken on astronomy. I grant you leave to finish and publish it under both our names. Our inheritors all present. Oh no, Jack. That's a shame. I'm sorry to hear your death was pretty cringe. Okay. Momentarily after you left for the colonies, therefore I bequeath to you my savings, land, and the Blackfield Manor House. Well... So, as far as I can see, the only woman in attendance is her. And she's, so presumably is Rose Cubert. Because she was present for the will. Case no suggests cause something not... That definitely doesn't sound... Although I suppose maybe that makes sense. It would be something not silly that kills Fizzy, because Fizzy is immune. Fizzy is well versed in things that are silly. I want you to put your sharp mind to better use than mere politics. Do we have a clear indication of who's into politics? Okay, you're the executor of the estate, which we did see. Okay, you're Nicholas Maker then. Nicholas Maker. Do we know who the person on fire is? Well, they've got a horse brush on them. Do you have a horse brush on you? So I presume they're either Adam or James. I presume they were involved in stable grooming. I feel like this is the other of the two. So I think I'm going to put them both down as pairs. As for which is which, I don't think we know that yet. This guy had a monogrammed handkerchief. So he's Edmund Cloudsley, I presume. Do we have any other clue on you? Ash Blair, Fighters Tobacco. Now to visit my nephew. You also have an EC embroidered thing. Okay. You got a letter addressed to Edmund, so it seems likely. So are you the coachman? I would guess. Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. Yeah, so you're the coachman, which means that you are David Gorin. Is with Adam, James, Willard Wright. That's already after you left the colonies. Yeah, politics. Right. Well, my guess... This is still a guess. I would guess Willard Wright, being a pretty unknown associate, would likely be the one to receive the Golden Idol. Saying, you will know what to do with it. So I'm gonna guess that. In which case... I'm guessing you're Willard Wright? That's still yet to be confirmed. Which would leave you to be a Cloudsley, is that right? No, you'd be Peter Batley. So let's try that. And that just leaves you, Adam, and James. Don't think we have. Astonishing Monkey Man! Oh, you've got A on your knife. You've got J on yours. So... Adam... Woo! Okay, so we've got all of the identities. Let's go and watch Doctor Who now. Have a lovely time. And thank you for dropping by. I'll be back after if you haven't solved it. We've got a lot more cases to go, I think. So I'll probably be going for a while. But thank you so much for dropping by, Mum, and have a lovely rest of your evening. Whether you do come back or not. Enjoy your spooky spaceman. Space woman? Is it still Jodie Whittaker, even? I've not watched Doctor Who in so long. It is movie night also, that is true. That's at 9:30, yeah? Oh no, Purin. I'll put on a pep. I'm gonna cast some votes and then I'll be back to playing a game. I vote for this one, and why is Cool as Ice still on there? For the love of God. Yeah, I want to watch that one probably more than anything, and not seen this one in a while. Let's go with those. Am I lucky thus far in what's winning? No. I voted for none of the most popular results thus far. That's fine. Can you use your deductive reasoning to figure out which films I voted for? Probably not. Someone also voted for... Well, you should tell Sean to stop it. Sean or Jenna. Those are the two possible candidates. I can't get my window back up. There we go. Okay. I think you voted Flushed Away because I mean... Flushed Away, though? To be fair, I don't remember Flushed Away very well. Okay. Oh, it's funny. If you insist. So we still have the name Sebastian, though. It looks like I'm right about Willard Wright. Must be correct about Peter Batley, because... so, Life in the Colonies, Rose Cubit seems to be very based on that. So I'm going to guess that's her. Which would leave Edmund Cloudsley? Hey! For Flushed Away, I'm not expecting it to be amazing. Yeah, a toilet film. All about Britain, vaguely. Yeah. It's not amazing. Yeah. You know what? That is a fair point. I think it'll probably be a very good movie night movie because it'll be fun and bad and silly. Also, I missed a lot of chat, apparently. Perrin, welcome in. I am sorry to hear you're not feeling great. I hope you have a nice, restful evening as we watch Flushed Away. Redeeming you movie. I will say one of the films I voted for was Donnie Darko. Right. So that leaves was to receive her in her his will in order to take the from her suddenly died from him. Okay, well, we know James Pear died from spontaneous combustion. Ordered Adam Pear and James Pear to take the idol from Willard Wright, I'm gonna guess. So Edmund Cloudsley received the aphorism. No, received notes on astronomy? Who ordered... I presume you ordered them to take this away. Yeah, you're the one who just got the fucking aphorisms. I did no such thing, Fizzy. You are lying. Gene means I'm not watching. It's a 3-hour film, fucking hell. 2 hours, 2 hours and 35 minutes. That's still long. That's still a long film. That's longer than Liz Truss was past. I read that sentence just fine. Shut up. Okay, so Peter Batley was upset to receive aphorisms in Sebastian Cloudsley's will. Fuck yeah. Peter Batley, encumbered by his gambling debts, had placed high hopes on his uncle's testament. Upon discovering he had inherited nothing but a book of aphorisms, he tore up the will and ordered his servants to take the golden statue from the stranger Willard. Suddenly, one of the servants burst into flames. Well, that's fucked up. Don't think my suggestion is going to win at all. You suggested Yamato? Whatever the full title is. Okay, that's the same animatic. So this is the other case I did during the demo. So I know the solution to this one as well. But we'll take it slow. Yamato nearly won last week. Dang. And are these he hims with us in the chat now? Right. We've got a lot going on. Revenge! Rrr. So that's probably important. You're not having a great day, are you, buddy? A ring with a ruby. A walking cane. The man is not breathing, astonishingly. Revegne? Revegne! Awkward moment when you have your period. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. Oh. We have a music box. To my dear Maurice. Okay. The spacing on these is uneven, but that's fine. Very well. Can you get revegnant? 12 weeks plus 4 days for getting an ant. I like 2021 Dune, but I don't feel like it's one for an internet movie night. More like when I sit in dark silence watching on my big TV. Wow. I couldn't possibly tell you. A washing bowl filled with slightly bloody water. Bloody water. Dear proud Beastmaster, I have attended our departed brother's send-off and accepted the keepsake that he bestowed upon our brotherhood in his will. I shall send this letter tomorrow, September 10. I hope it will reach you without delay. Already it is midnight. I will retire to my bed, for this has been a long day. May Griffin awaken. Proud Beast Initiate. Bloody water. Okay. There's no clues in that. What else we got? Got some... Dandelion? Daffodils? Daffodils. I'm bad at flowers. We got some blue. Dune is winning. That's a shame. A trapdoor in the ceiling. Where's the key? The door does not open. I'm up to bed. Not warm. Window. Hello.
Why, that bugger give me a note when he knows damn well I can't read.
Oh, an old rusty half of shears. Piece of stale bread. You can lie low for a couple of days in the old oarsman's place down at the docks. Well, sucks to be you, bud. Have you tried to fight Sand? I wouldn't dream of it. Sand and I have an uneasy truce. Out here we have... Why? A football fan. Lads, 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 lads. Alarm! Alarm! A break-in! Watchman number 2, Henry Parker. Hi, Henry. You got a watchman's spear and a watchman's lantern. Well, we might as well plug you in while we know, because that one's pretty easy. Maybe they're all Henry Parker. Slads? Oh, God. Shards of glass lie in the mud. Now, I'm just saying, any person who's read some form of crime fiction will know it's suspicious when there's a broken window and the shards of glass are on the outside. It's like, oh, hang on. Is that a break-in at all? No. Or maybe it is. Who knows? I do, because I've solved this one already. But I'm trying to build a bean tree. I think we found everything we need to up here for now. Well, that's not great. Not a fan of this. Oh, mother, forgive me. I will never gamble with something so dear to me again. A violin, a key, and a Navajo folding blade. Wanted, Robert Redruth, an escaped convict. Well, that's presumably our RR. Is that symbolism I see hanging from the ceiling? Who knows? Maybe someone threw the glass out to mislead investigators. Quite possibly. Although it seems to have not worked. This guy suspects the break-in. Although I suppose that would be not the investigator. That's just the watchman. Wouldn't be surprised if Gene wins. Someone said Oscar Isaac gets naked. I mean... Have a Little Mermaid in. Amazing Evans' musical performance. On September 9, eventually commence at 11 p.m. Okay, so you're Evans. Presumably.
Where'd that blasted boy go? I really need a piss.
Dear Oscar Boyton, it has come to our attention that the good owner of the Little Mermaid offers services to those who want to transfer products that are less agreeable to the authorities. I will come by in 3 days. If you still have some spare space in your gin barrels and you are willing to earn extra money, reach out to me. I checked the Steam page of this game and Oberdin isn't even in the games like this section. That's surprising, because this is extremely like Oberdin. I refuse to believe anyone would be horny in Purin's Discord. I mean, one of the channels is called Twitter Come Horny Jail. I'm just saying. He's got a lemon. Partially peeled lemon. He's peeling this lemon for all time. Ring of various keys. Large kitchen knife. Alright. Green. Breach and Blair. This is the tab we've got written up. Fancy. I think that's a red herring. Tags on Steam are used to make... Well, there you have it. It's by far the most tolerable Honey Jail channel I've seen. For now. For now.
Tell me, what does that man have that I lack?
A hand of cards. Key. 7 pence. A small sword. Be calm, John. Okay, so you're presumably John. He was a perfect gentleman. He bought me a drink and then retired upstairs. Hand of cards. To Annie. You are beautiful like a rose. For you, I will take any blows. Annie, you are like a glass of wine. Your hair is very fine. I will find gold in a mine, if that makes you forever mine. Your piglet full of love. Absolutely dire. Just the worst thing I've ever read. A stiletto blade. Okay, so you're Annie.
Just deal the next one. It's all luck anyway.
Remember, you as an agent of our trading company have to reflect its values to the fullest. Never be late. The client leaves the port on the 10th. Be persuasive. Do not take no for an answer. You must get the client's product. Be effective. Once you have the product, deliver it to me immediately with the servant boy. Most importantly, no matter what you do, be mindful of our reputation. Our names must remain spotless. They rhymed mine with mine. It was terrible. Everyone in this town has sharp, pointy objects. They do. It's going to make it harder to identify who done the thing. Okay. What's on the table? This clue's been added to the thinking panel. You have ag, woo, meh, ag, jub, ob, ag, jub, and ab. So they're keeping track of their scores, presumably. September 9, Dandelion Room, Willard Wright, One Night, Forget-Me-Not Room, Ash Blair. Alright, we have everyone's names. Well, we have all the clues, in fact. So let's get investigating. So, the Dandelion Room was Willard Wright. You can assume that's him. From the last case, curiously enough, perhaps easiest for us is to line up all of these people. Or maybe not. So we've got Maurice Evans, which is then, you're presumably Maurice Evans. AG, JB, OB. OB we had Oscar Boyton. So that just leaves AG, JB, and AB. And RR. Well, so we've got John B, Annie G or B, which leaves you as being Ash. The names we have: Green, Breage, and Blair. So I think we'll need some more time to settle those ones precisely. This guy does not seem to have been inside, so we can assume that's Robert Redruth. How does the tavern stay in business with only one table? Illicit schemes. They offer services to those who want to transfer products that are less agreeable to the authorities. So I presume that way. It's a mafia front. Yeah, there's clearly some other dealings afoot. Okay. So we've got John. We know Ash Blair. So we can say Ash Blair. He's the only one there. Didn't mean to make that rhyme, but here we are. Which would then leave Annie Green. Annie Green and John Breage. So that's Annie Green again. Nice. We can also then fill out Annie Green, John Breage, and that leaves our last person as Oscar Boyton. Right. So, looking at our scene upstairs, revenge. So, this is where the game really got interesting to me the first time, because I was like, okay. So it looks to me like it went in through the window. Willard Wright got stabbed, so we know it's Willard Wright for sure. Into Willard Wright's room through the window, it looks like. It said Revenge RR, so that's presumably Robert Redruth. While, well, who was playing cards? Well, we've seen these three, so I guess it's these guys. Blah-de-blah. Blah-de-blah. Fight ensued upstairs, and Willard Wright got stabbed with, and then Robert Redruth had a shear, so... And a lot of that info is wrong. So it's like, oh. So that is not how that scene unfolded at all. So then you have to take a closer look at the scene and figure out what all might have gone on. So as we saw, the window broke outwards, so it's quite unlikely it was used as a scene of entry. Robert Redruth, specifically, can't read. So he wouldn't have written revenge on the wall, because presumably if he can't read, he can't write. So Robert Redruth may have nothing to do with this at all, or may have a lot to do with it. In which case, we have to try and figure out how the scene unfolded otherwise. This is a locked room mystery, and if the window wasn't the entryway, then this trapdoor had to be the entryway. If the trapdoor was the entryway, presumably the person that got up there was the person that's in this room, which, as we know from this, is Ash Blair. Meaning, we have to have a look at what Ash Blair has: a dagger. And we can try and fill in the slots from there. So, Ash Blair crept into Willard Wright's room through the trap door. So, we've seen Ash Blair is on this one, so presumably Willard Wright couldn't have been playing, Ash Blair couldn't have been playing. So that means that Annie Green, John Breage, and Oscar Boyton were playing cards with loud music. And then Willard Wright got stabbed with a dagger. And that was really cool. I was like, oh shit, you gotta use deductive reasoning on what else is available. And I loved that. And that made me keen to play the rest of the game. So, oh no, logic. Yeah, it's gonna get trickier from here on out, because I will have no idea this is now me having done all of the levels that I have played so far and even seen anything of, aside from a very brief glance in the trailer of another level. But I have no idea of any puzzle solutions, so it's gonna get trickier. A man going by the name of Ash Blair crept into Willard's room through the trapdoor to steal something important. But when he opened the music box, it woke Willard up and a fight ensued. In the fracas, Ash stabbed Willard and attempted to frame an escaped convict. Oh. That's not great. Good morning, innkeeper. I heard a man was murdered here a week ago.
I had arranged convicted him in. Now bugger off.
Tell me more about the evening when Willard Wright died. I'll make it worth your while. Well, I saw you had a ruby ring. Hey, the symbolism is back. Hey! Look at him, he looks so content. Somehow he's just like,
Yes, I done a good job today.
Well then. Chapter 2, The Cursed Inheritance. The Intoxicating Dinner Party. Well, look at this horrifying little lad. Oh, you're the worst. Oh, I hate you with a passion. These sure are fine coats. Expensive Stigar. Little Pip. Little Pip. Run to the city and grab me some Ash Blair tobacco and a bottle of gin. I will pay you when I am back. David. The littlest lord. He's a horrible little toad man. Alright, let's look at these coats. Pocket. An overcoat and a hat. An overcoat and a hat. An overcoat and a hat. Ooh. A box of cigars. One of them is conspicuously missing. I see. Dear Mary, here is something for your diary from me. For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Batley. Jesus Christ, Peter. Fucking hell. It makes sense he looks that old. He's buying cigars and gin. Some peak medieval painting up in the light, right? This child is clearly something's gone terribly wrong. Dear Miss Richards. Okay, well, we can presume Mary Richards is someone. Are you Mary Richards? No. I enjoyed your company tremendously when I visited your father last month. I am certain that you would wish to hear the rest of my thoughts on the shortcomings of our society. I invite you and your father to a dinner on April 8th at my manor. Sincerely, Edmund Cloudsley. If Andrew that for me, I'd have to fuck him right then and there. It's stipulated in the contract. It's just how it goes. Them's the rules. Oh. A syringe with some liquid left in it. Okay. Quite surprised that wasn't added to our clues. But I'll have to keep that in mind. Someone tried to, presumably, dispose of a syringe. Uh-oh. The lady is not breathing and her face is blotched. I remember you. I don't remember your name, but I remember seeing you. Oh, this is horrible. An embroidered handkerchief.
It's poison. Nobody touch a thing and nobody move. I'll send for a doctor right away.
Some weird keys. Okay. So we saw you before. You were Edmund Cloudsley, I believe. What was your name again? I don't remember. She does seem rather unwell. It's extremely upsetting. I agree.
You killed my aunt, you devil! I should execute you on the spot!
I remember you. You're Peter Batley. You would fight a tiger and win. What say you?
Oh, my lord, this has nothing to do with me.
Ensure that the beautiful lady sits next to me during dinner, and I will slip you a shilling. Peter, fucking creep. Note to self, if you get frustrated when working, remember the tale about the rich lord who married his donkey and you will feel better. Oh, buddy. I'm sorry, you've clearly been through some stuff. You also have the same keys as this guy, which is suspicious. What's on the table? This clue's been added to the thing. Oh, okay. We got some fucking Moriarty going on. Partially empty glass of amber liquid. Partially eaten piece of roast. Partially eaten salad. Full glass of cloudy liquid, untouched. Interesting. Partially empty glass of clear liquid. Partially empty glass of cloudy liquid. Gosh. Okay. A partially smoked cigar. Okay. So whoever's coat that was, presumably sat at that specific spot. Not a dinner table riddle. Are they eating red herring? It looks more like a steak, but, well, it's a roast. I don't think you roast herring. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Oh, oh. There's the idol again. What's up with the gal on the couch? She's dying, Purin. She's dying of some kind of poisoning. She's not having a great day. She's struggling. Water in a pink bottle labeled water, a roast, a salad, a half-full carafe of amber liquid labeled brandy, a half-full bottle of red liquid labeled wine, an almost full carafe of yellow liquid containing lemons, a half-empty bottle of cloudy liquid labeled peptic tonic. She's fine. She's just like me for real. If you look like that for real, you probably need to see a doctor immediately. It's not brandy, it's just labeled brandy. I mean, I'm just saying, it seems awfully convenient. They say it contains lemons. They don't specify what else it contains. She needs a moment to herself, but the party is too loud. Peptic tonic. Oh. A sealed bottle labeled opium. Interesting. Due to the sensitivity of your stomach, I advise abstaining from alcohol for the next month. Also consider a glass of peptic tonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. Right. So I don't know whose house this is, but presumably they were sat here because they don't have alcohol and they do have the peptic tonic. But the peptic tonic they didn't have any, it looks like. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Well, well, Edmund. You seemed pretty pleased after the old boy passed away and a spot freed up for you in the House of Lords. Take care of those with whom you ally. I have many friends and will deal with you swiftly if you dare cross me. Lord George Bridges. Ooh, shit. The revolution will come for the likes of you, you crooked bastard. Soon you will pay for your sins against honest common folk with your blood. Final Vanguard. Ooh. Now, you keep talking. Edmund Cloudsley. Well, this is presumably Edmund Cloudsley House, I would have to guess. Once more, you have failed to answer our requisition. This is the last warning you will receive. Your transgressions against us demand amends. Your only course of action you have is to surrender yourself to our justice. Last chance for repentance, serpent. Or we will unleash one of our stewards upon you. Brotherhood of Masks. If these are like the nobility, can't you just burn the house down and complete the level? No, because we are not... I think we're not actively in the scene. We can't affect anything. I think we're just finding out what happened. We're just like... what's the word I'm looking for? Like observers. I was looking for an adjective, but I can't think of what that adjective is right now. So unfortunately, we can't just burn down the rich in this game. Dear uncle, I hear you're interested in Lady Richards. I think you are too old for her. I shall court her instead. Secondly, please lend me £300. It is small change to you, and I am desperately in need of it at present. Truly yours, Peter Batley. Fuck off, Peter, you little creep. I despise you. Post-scene investigating. Not even post-scene. It's like during scene. Again, it's like Obra Dinn. We're kind of seeing the moment itself, but not what came before or what came after. Raulo Cthulhu, Starchild. Only Stephen has the flesh. That's a terrifying sentence. I don't know what that was in context of. Remember to take the fourth one from every row. Okay. 4 shillings and a penny. I will not change the rule that the staff member who has worked here the longest gets the bottom room. Do not bother me with such nonsense again. M. Mademoiselle, the Laceless Count, the besmirched lover of Lusitania. Stephen? I genuinely don't know what that was about. A knife! Oh, this pillow is full of a voodoo doll. A pair of twig dolls and a bottle of pink liquid, partially empty. Once your target has ingested the love potion, establish eye contact and hold it for as long as possible. In most cases, the effects will be felt within 2 days, depending on your own appearances. Well, that's horribly creepy, and I suspect Peter, because Peter is a horrible little creep, whom I despise. Oh gosh. Mattress. A little... Another key? Monkey Man 2? Fuck yeah! Finally, it's a franchise. Tooth for tooth. Monkey Man 1 versus Striped Dog Hand. A couple of pennies, a fancy handkerchief, and a shiny pocket watch. And another key. Small bottle filled with amber liquid. Ash Blair finds tobacco. There's that blunt monkey again. Set of lockpicks. Pistol. A dagger. David. Clean up the barn until Wednesday. I plan to continue experimenting with the artifact. You see. Okay. Candles. Dear Diary, this has been an ordinary day, mostly spent in preparation for tomorrow's dinner event. I do believe the time has come for me to ask for a raise in salary after all these years I have loyally worked here. It is a difficult conversation to be had, but I will strengthen my will and talk to Master about it tomorrow. Porteous, the wise slave. Fables about rulers that make you think. Make you think about the guillotine? Sneaky little trapdoor. A sealed part labeled print paint. Down with parasites. Too long. Ah, yes. The person who's been working here the longest is gonna lead the fucking revolution, baby. Yes. Whoever that is, I'm with ya. Is it you? Thank you, dear. No, I threw it out. Hang on, I'll listen to you first then. No? No, I threw it out. I do not read such dirty literature anymore. I do hope our master's guests are satisfied and that Brian served everything as instructed. Ooh. Politics in game? I know, who would allow such a thing? The dinner party will take place on April 8. Everything should be ready before noon. Prepare roasted boar. Young Miss Richards appears not to enjoy meat, therefore prepare some alternative side dish. Okay. I presume then you're Mary Richards. There are women in this game, it is true. That automatically means it's politics. Of course I can give you some candles for your room, Lucia. I assume you're itching to continue reading that scandalous novel. Dear Ada. Okay, so you're Ada. And you're Lucia. Presumably. I guess you're Little Pip. Maybe. Dear Ada, I have to use this letter to share good news. There is no substance to the claims that your late husband used his position to squander church money. The judge has decided to remove all accusations, and you will be no longer a target of baseless gossip. I truly and sincerely hope this will provide some comfort in these dark times, when ignorance and impudence go hand in hand. May our Lord steward over our poor souls. Steward, you say? That feels like a hidden clue. Or was that Vanguard I'm thinking of? I could suggest a game if you like being shown the moment of death in time loops. Is it Elsinore? Because I've also got that one on my list. Oh, hello. Hello, a bag containing some keys. Man, we've still got 9 clues to go, though. To Mrs. Smith, for 3 years of service. Okay. Mrs. Smith, 2 eggs and a pot of tea each breakfast. Walker, Baker. David Gorin. His job, require that he may arrive or leave during night. No complaining about this. key blanks? Weird. Does Elsinore feature? Oh, ghost trick. Okay, now I feel you. Now I get you. I don't think Elsinore features a hyperactive dog named Missile, but I've not played it, so I can't say for sure. Mrs. Smith, 2 eggs and a pot of tea each breakfast. No heavy food for dinner. You are responsible for little Pip doing all his errands. Mr. Walker, I am to be woken and dressed at 7 a.m. I expect to receive my daily newspaper by noon. Mrs. Baker, I expect all my rooms to be cleaned every day, twice on the days I have visitors. Very well. So Mr. Walker, I presume is you. I don't know if we have Walker's first name yet. Wine. Wine. Brandy. Very well. Anything in the basket? Anything down here? A pair of loaves of bread. Some lemons. A pair of opaque bottles labeled water. A sack of flour. A basket of potatoes. Cut vegetables. And a big piece of meat. Door to the outside. Not locked. I was wondering about that. Yeah, there are 3 of them, quite clearly. Unless, like, these are all 2/3 of a loaf, and they're just facing the back wall. Or the open bit, I should say, is facing the back wall. Every villain is lemons. I just did not check this desk at all. Okay. Rose Cubert, that was your name, lady who died. Ah, this guy's got quite a face. Dear Edmund, this cannot continue. Since my return and move to Sebastian's manor, he has asked for financial support 7 times. He clearly is unable to take any monetary responsibility. Please, I need your help, my dear brother. Sincerely, Rose Cubert. Mrs. Baker, starting date, 1787, August 1. Position housemaid, yearly wage £9. Well, I don't know. Are these 2 both maids? Yearly wage? Goddamn. Right. It's almost like... I'm just saying. Okay, 3 years of service. That seems quite possible to be the longest, but we'll see if we can find conclusive evidence. Dear Edmund, I like your idea. Let's send him to colonies where his violent nature will make him feel at home. I hear you are having dinner with Lady Mary and her well-to-do father, Lothar. Oh, so I presume you're Lothar Richards, then? If Peter and I were to join you, we could beguile him with tales of adventures in the colonies so we can ship him away. Sincerely, Rose Cubert. Very well. Dr. Abram Anderton. Secret codes. Such trivial ciphers as reading only the first word of every line are easy to produce on short notice, but extremely unsafe and easy to decode. Consider this simple example. Money as a denominator of value has evolved and changed a lot. Still, in savvy hands, it is a powerful tool. Money has changed hands. Alright, now I've got to go read through everything again. This St. Sebastian's for he monetary, please, brother. I colonies will, I Lady Lothar, you tales, so. Of course. Which was the one? Once our warning, your amends, you're to last or upon. I Richards for instead. Secondly pounds, and it truly. The for you soon your common blood. Doesn't seem like any of those was necessarily anything. Once ingested potion, contact as in effect with independent appearances. This is not helping. Remember 1. Oh yeah, remember to take the 4th one from every row. What that means, I wonder. Very well. Dear. This day preparation dinner. That's not a cryptographically secure algorithm. It's not. That is what it said, to be fair. It was like, it's very easy to produce, but very unsafe. I come raise these work. It conversation I and tomorrow. David. Clean Wednesday. I experimenting artifact. Okay. So I'm going to presume you're David Walker. Which just leaves these two. And I'm guessing Smith and Baker, but that is a bit of a presumption. So I'm going to see if I can find something that fully confirms it. For April, everything prepare young meat sides. Dear, I there used has no eye comfort and may. To know you all, I, day, David arrive complaining. It's not going very well so far, I'll be honest. Little run tobacco, I, David. Anyone else have any notes on them? Branching a fork at him. Insure me shilling. God, I hate Peter so much. Note, if working about married, will. Okay. Wait, hang on a second. Remember to take the fourth one from every row. Maybe that's what it is. I need the fourth word rather than the first word. That's why I'm not finding anything. Change member longest do nonsense. No. So the newest looks to be Mrs. Baker. I suspect is you. 1, 2. Use substance to remove target. Sincerely, Dark Hand Steward. Well, use substance to remove target seems reasonable as a phrase, but I don't know what Sincerely Dark Hand Steward is. But that suggests to me then something. I feel like she's the newest. So I'm gonna go with Ada Baker and Lucia Smith. 2 or less slots are incorrect. No, okay. So those are correct, it looks like. But something else is wrong. Interesting. Okay. Do nonsense. Do nonsense. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. So, I think that's Edmund Cloudsley. We are still missing 2 clues. This is whoever was smoking. If we had any indication of that. I don't think we did. Straighted tail, Lord, and... No. Ah. Platinello, Ideal Republic. Visions of a utopia with order and structure. No. That's not it. Okay. Well, I presume this... Well... No. Because they're the guests. And we've got I suppose that could be Peter's room. I don't know, though. Okay, I'm gonna turn on this so I can see where I've not investigated. Partially eaten salad, partially empty glass of yellow liquid. Okay. Anything I've missed, notably? Doesn't seem so there. Wait, really? Monkey Man and Dark Hand? Okay, sure. In which case, I guess that's what Dark Hand Steward is. Prince having a great time looking at the dead lady. Okay. Well, I don't know why Monkey Man and Dark Hand are with us. That's definitely a little Pip. Maybe that's not her dad, but I presume it is. What other name might you be? I don't remember what some of these, where some of these came from. Is the problem. Okay. George Bridges was a political rival of some kind. Right. So there's the kitchen. Apparently someone's in here. Monkey Man. Monkey Man. Do we have any indication, really, of who this is? Ah, this is all too cerebral now. Now it's just time to employ brain thinking. And that's a shame for me. By the way, is film night 9:30 as usual? 9:15. Okay. Brain Tim! Okay, I'm just gonna check there's no spots I've overlooked. Yeah, okay. This one's Bah. And I was join you, Rose Cupid. No. I'll stop as close to 9:15 as I can, which might still be this case. I feel like this one's gonna take me a while. But yeah, no worries. I can fit around that, I reckon. Edmund Claus. Once more you fail to answer our acquisitions. Brotherhood of Math. What's going on in here? Gosh, it's almost like this is a puzzle game of some kind. Okay. So presumably Edmund Cloudsley. The thing is... So we have 5 rooms to account for. I feel like this is Little Pip's room, considering they've got a bunch of comics and shit. seems perhaps the most likely. So I'm gonna guess that. Oops. Little tip. Puzzles aren't real. Dreaded sinner puzzle riddle. Okay, I'm gonna guess that's where Little Pip is. So, David, clean up the barn. So this is David's room, presumably. David Walker. I think we've confirmed Ada Baker is the newest one. 1788, 1787. Okay, no, we know this is Ada's room because she has that secret note. And we're pretty sure of her surname, I think. I think the kid did it because it's clearly... This kid clearly has something going on. That's Ada Baker's room. Do we have any clues in here? Might as well, like, can't... Not change the rule that staff member who's worked here do not bother with... So that's... Thing is, that would suggest this is a staff member's room? Then what's this all about? I feel like this is Peter's room, but I don't see any evidence that he's living with... No, Peter definitely came with Rose Cubert. Edmund wouldn't write a note to himself in there. But we've run out of... We don't have enough staff to fill up all these rooms. The staff has worked here the longest. Only Mrs. Smith seems to have any sign of a length of service. So I'm going to guess that's Lucia Smith's room. Yeah, Smith? I don't know who's in there. Okay, I'm gonna put Peter Batley. Even though I don't think that makes sense. Yeah. Sure enough. Oh, not little Peter. That's no one. Okay, apparently only one of these slots is incorrect. Okay. Let's try and do the guests. So, Mary Richards, I think, is this one. Question is, so, you have a note. Ensure that the beautiful lady thinks to be during dinner, I'll slip you a shilling. He doesn't have a shilling, so I guess he didn't get seated next to him? Or he didn't get seated next to her? Don't really have any evidence. It's like... So I presume the person with the cigarette was one of the men. Or with the cigar, I should say, was one of the men. I spy yellow sparkles. Is that the ones on the stairs? Because those are always yellow. For whatever reason. Oh, the door is locked. Door is locked. That didn't help. Yeah, I think those ones are always yellow. I can't see any other yellows around. So I'm going to guess. One of Mr. Angry. Oh, he does still have yellows, doesn't he? A fork, £2, and a pack of cards. Unhelpful, unfortunately. I think. Killed my aunt. I should execute you on the spot. Yum, 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 yum. Right. I suspect that is Lothar Richards. Which would leave that being Rose Cubert. I think. And that as Peter Batley. Did I get this right? No, I did not. Okay. Oh well. Very well. Okay, maybe I feel like maybe well, I definitely have some names wrong. So let's try and figure out who we have wrong. Are we allowed to guess it? Absolutely. Have at it. My only rule is if someone has played this game already somehow or watched someone play the game, please don't tell me solutions you know to be correct. But I'm more than happy for people to theorize. Okay, I'm certain about these three. Are we allowed to look up a guide and write the answers and pretend they're guesses? I'd really rather you didn't, but I wouldn't necessarily be able to prove that you had done that. But I do feel that would ruin some of the fun. Okay, so those two I have right. Final Richards. Final George! This definitely feels like I'm cheating. So I'm gonna stop doing that. That must be Lothar Richards. Are you not David Walker? Maybe Little doesn't count. Maybe it's Pip Smith? No. Okay, that's definitely Little Pip. Something mentioned the young woman had a side dish, so I think she sits bottom left because of the little green thing. I thought the little green thing was a cigar. Yeah, the little green thing is a cigar. Good spot, but... yeah, I think the side dishes are on the plates. Partially eaten piece of roast, partially eaten piece of roast. Salad untouched. Partially eaten salad, partially eaten salad. I'm going to go clear liquids. Wait, hang on. Oh, no, never mind. You had definitely David Walker, right? David, clean out the barn until Wednesday. Are you not Walker? Where was I getting Walker from? This is really cool that it did just come out, I think. Yeah. Specifically, it came out on the 13th of October. So yeah, it's still very new. If you're interested in getting the game, I'll share the link in chat. If you'd like to solve these mysteries yourself. Pow. Not paying proper attention to the streams, and that's fair enough. Yeah, these are convoluted. Oh, hang on. I see another syringe down here. I can't investigate it, but I see it. Okay. So whose name have we got wrong? Is it not Mary Richards? Lady Mary and her well-to-do father Lothar. Mary Richards was definitely in there somewhere. Yeah, Lady Richards. Oh no! It's really difficult. I just don't know whose name I've got wrong. It's looking good for Draenog's toilet film. Hell yeah, finally. Toilet film. Toilet film. Little Monkey Man. Dark Hand Monkey Man. Have I just completely misidentified someone? So Titanic, the legend goes on. Oh god. Oh my god, Draenor, please. No. Right. The rapping dog, I'll fucking die. I don't know. This reads to me as Little Pip's room. What with the comics and all. Jelly, welcome in. How you doing? Gonna suggest Legally Blonde next. Hell yes. Americans never seen Titanic, so I think it'll be funny if... You know, that's a very fair point. The first Titanic film I'd see is the one with... It's party time! It's party time! Oh, God. That would be a nightmare. And yet one that may yet come to pass. Okay. Right. I'm still pretty certain about this one being Edmund Cloudsley. Because it has no alcohol, and it does have tonic. I'm a little suspicious that nothing's been drunk, but... So that would leave one of these two to be Mary Richards. And I don't think she's the one with the cigar. I still think that's Mary Richards up there. Richards. Why have I got these in reverse alphabetical order? Well, the Titanic video game. Yeah, I'd now be in someone else's digestive system. I forgot about that. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, it's gonna happen, isn't it? The cursed times as were foretold in prophecy. She sounds like a person that would smoke a pipe instead of a cigar. Yeah. Alright, let's go look over the letters again. Violent nature will make you feel it. Who are we talking about? That's my return and move to Sebastian's manor. He has asked me for financial support 7 times. Responsibility and your help, my dear brother. I mean, I assume that's talking about Peter, but okay. Wait. This is valid. It will make you feel at home. I hear you are having dinner with Lady Mary and her wealthy father. If Peter and I were to join you to beguile him, tales of adventures in the colonies, so we can ship him away. I just don't know. Did anyone ever see Stowaways on the Ark? I don't think so. Is that a film or is it a series? Well, well, Edmund. Lord George Bridges. Okay. Dark-Hand Monkey Man. So some of this is correct. At the very least. Where? I think only one of these is wrong, but where? Which? What? Who? He was originally German, an animated film I had it on VHS. They forced you to watch this in Jesus School. They forced you to watch all kinds of things in Jesus School. Right. Give you some candles for your room, Lucia. So Lucia has no candles. Lucia is... Well, now I'm confused. There's an ordinary... Most spent in preparation for tomorrow's dinner event. I do believe the time has come for me to ask for a raise in salary after all these years I have loyally worked here. Difficult conversation to be had, but I will strengthen my will and talk to Master about it tomorrow. And watch Yoko Jakamoko Toto? Never heard of it. Set of lockpicks. Dagger, pistol. Right. That's 100% David Walker's room. No doubt about that. This one must be Ada Baker's room. So then who has this? Because if she doesn't have candle... But wait. So this person has candles. And she apparently does not. And there was this the book? Yes, okay. So that is presumably Lucia Smith's room. Which would leave... This is Edmund Cloudsleeves? I was gonna say, it wouldn't make sense for him to have... literature against the rich in his room. Yeah, this is definitely not... Wait, so where does Edmund sleep? Is there a person I'm missing? Tam, welcome in. How are you doing? I am thoroughly lost. We're trying to solve a mystery, but I apparently have all the clues. But I am very much having trouble piecing them together. Thank you, Draenor, for the hydrate and stretch. Let's get our brains back in gear. Ah! Oh no! I stretched too much! Okay. So is there another member of staff that I have somehow overlooked? Did you watch Little Einsteins? He could have saved her. You found all the clues, Mr. Police. Okay, look. I'll put this in over here. Rose Cubert ingested the poison and died. Someone wanted so-and-so dead, and thus so-and-so poisoned the something and hid the necessary key in a something. Lemons. Question is, should they have poisoned the entire bottle of something? Because if they poisoned the entire bottle, then that would have to be Rose Cubits, as she's the only one that drank that. But, presumably... Oh no! Is she the only one that had this? The amber liquid? Okay. But that's just putting me back on the thing I had last time, which we've shown was not correct. So who are these last two? Lothar and Peter. I'm gonna say Lothar and Peter, but I think that's what I did last time, right? Peter... Okay, if I swap these around... I don't like doing this trial and error thing, but... Okay, that's incorrect, no matter what. Fucking hell. They hid the key in a salad. I mean, it's possible. I don't know what's happened. So we had tonic, but it was left... None of it's been had. The red liquid is wine, which would go against the doctor's note he received. So that could be him. I suppose. Consider a glass of Peptitonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. Unless he drank it before they even sat down at the table? But... you should keep Peptitonic in a safe. Hang on, I should probably take note of these blue locks. Like the colors of these locks, eh? And all the keys and everything. Where's the orange lock go to? The orange lock goes to here. The wine, the brandy, and the tonic are accounted for from those. What's this? Another key of some kind. No wedding will take place. Everything should be ready for noon for hours bar. Young Miss Richards appears not to enjoy meat, therefore prepare some alternative side dish. Brian served everything as his... Brian? Who's Brian? Are you Brian? So hang on then. David is someone else entirely. Okay, so this is David's room, whoever David is. Maybe this is Brian Walker's room down here then. So who's David? Fucking Brian, right? David Monkey Man, surely. Right. So you had something from David, right? Yeah, who's David? Well, we now know everyone's name, at least. Very rude of Brian not to be David, right? Okay, who's David? Mrs. Baker... Batley... Have we seen that thing of David? David Little Pip's real name? I don't think so, because we still have Little Pip's room here, I believe. I'm pretty sure. David... Oh, David was David the, David Gorin, right. There we go. Okay. Gotcha. They were the coach master. Okay. Getting closer. So we have all of these filled out in there with the correct names. I'm doing it, astonishingly. So, where does that leave us with these clowns? We've got all the names right. We just don't have the positions correct. So I'm going to stick with that being Edmund. Maybe Mary Richards does smoke? That definitely doesn't look like... Like, I would guess she would have that as her coat. I may be profiling, but I feel like these are the women's outfits and these are the men's. Because also that's fitting to the time period and shit. So I feel it would be weird for her to have a cigar. But... Actually, no, you know what? Since that's very flaky evidence to go off. I'm naming the names and wording the words. That is profiling. And it doesn't feel correct. But I also don't know that I've seen anything that definitively ties the cigarettes to anyone here. Poison, nobody touch the thing, nobody move. This is horrible! Gimmick setting, bleh. Oh my lord, this has nothing to do with me. Okay, the opium is still sealed, so I guess that's not necessarily relevant. So, this is Brian's room. Does he have a secret note? Good, healthy, life-affirming milk of the poppy. Certainly fix all your ailments. Feels about realistic than you think. Fails, did I say? That also works. Okay. Oh. Okay. I've had a thought. So looking at this, so-and-so wanted so-and-so dead. If they wanted Edmund dead, they would probably have poisoned the tonic, but it has been left untouched. Here is some tonic that has been consumed, which would be Rose Cubit would be put there. And I think then, let's go with my other theories with that. It doesn't look like he's been slipped a shilling, so I'm going to guess Peter Batley is still down here, which would leave Lothar Richards up here, which would make sense because then he'd be sat next to his daughter. Damn it! I felt good about that one, but apparently not. Maybe Peter did get sat next to him in the end? Okay, apparently he did get sat next to him. That would make sense. Lothar is the person I was suspecting smoked. But again, I don't have clear evidence of that. So, right. In that case, Lucia Smith, I believe, wanted Brian Walker to poison Edmund Cloudsley's thing, poisoned the tonic, and hid the necessary key in Okay, so if the tonic is stored in here, we're looking for the blue key. Is it in here? No. No. Little character portraits are so good. I like them. They're real good. I like the art style on this. It's a little gross, but I think that's fitting for the vibe. There's not tonic in here, is there? No. Okay. So you do still seemingly have the blue key. Have I seen another blue key anywhere? It's not a key. Lots of profiling here. I know! And that's why I feel there must be something I've missed. But at the same time, I don't know what it is. At least these ones I got through deduction, more or less. So yeah, the one that Rose Cuba ingested the poison and died. So where did you hide the necessary key? So I haven't seen a blue key anywhere, I don't think. Yeah, the only things I think where I've seen these keys are on their persons, as far as I remember. No key in there. The options I'd have be... Oh, in a pocket. Nope, okay. Maybe it's not blue. Well... Maybe. The tonic is in here, and this is locked with a blue... Look for a key with the same shape. It has a square as well. How did you deduct that Brian did the poison? From... I do hope our master's guest is satisfied that Brian served everything as instructed. Is where I've thought that Brian did the poisoning, but... That may be entirely wrong. Compelling evidence, but not conclusive. To be fair, it kind of looks like Brian wanted Edmund dead, so it might have been that. But then, I don't know who... Who is Brian talking to? If anyone. In this tale about the rich lord who married his donkey, you will feel like that. Is this anything, or is this just a fun bit of flavor? Oh, I've not read these ones in a bit. How could I have forgotten this? How could I have forgotten this beautiful masterpiece? Okay, well, to be fair, this is how I confirm Mrs. Richards, or Miss Richards, doesn't smoke. Is that the cigar's from an entirely different coat. And I can confirm that that is hers because of the fact that she has those letters. So that would be how I solve that one without a bit of guessing. Who else could have or would have poisoned? Like, it's a little suspicious that he didn't drink any of his tonic, despite it being advised by his doctor. So unless he was planning to assassinate her, but I'm not seeing any evidence of that, I don't think. Particularly. I suggest when they don't help streamers unless they beg for it. Does one of the keys in the hanging little sack look like the blue key? I don't think so. Oh, wait. That one I think maybe does. That one I think maybe does match, yeah. Right. Let's try that then. Nope. So that goes off of this room, which suggests Ada had access to the... Was it maybe Ada Baker that wanted? Is it dead? No. Alright. So, this one is for sure. We know Rose is the one who died. Looking at the evidence here suggests it was the tonic that was poisoned. And I imagine you'd only poison the tonic if you were trying to poison Edmund Cloudsley. But that is not necessarily guaranteed either. Lucia is my current best guess for who wants someone dead, just based on this statement, but that's not necessarily... Unless I got the wrong end of a stick again. Let's check. All of these have been drunk a bit, yeah? Presumably. A knife! Don't know what this is about. If that's even important. Oh, hang on. We had this. Use substance to remove target. Consider dark and trouble is, was she the one that actually did it, or did she just orchestrate stuff? Okay, the Dark Hand Steward, was that... Yeah, we launched one of our stewards upon you. So... Right. Dark Hand Steward. Edmund Cloud's dead, thus Ada Baker poisoned Tonic. With the necessary key to bag. There you go! Ada Baker received encoded instructions from Dark Hand Steward to poison Edmund Cloudsley. She used her ability to move freely throughout the rooms while cleaning, and made a copy of the key to the medicine cabinet. She used a syringe to poison a sealed peptic tonic bottle. However, during the party, Rose asked for tonic and drank it first and died from the poison. There you go. See, that's why the game's... That's why I think the game's really clever. There's the stuff you gotta, like, find past the more evident stuff. Like... So the syringe that was in here is indeed important and indeed relevant. It's just not necessarily something you have to bring up at this stage. Oh, that one was tricky. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. And set up that the butler is upset, but he was a red herring. He was a red herring. But Lucia was sneaky. I was going to suggest that the bin holds a clue of some... Yeah. But we've got that now. Okay. Well, that... Return to scenario selection. So we now have the explosive events in the forest cabin. However, it's very almost film night. And I'm most certainly not going to be able to solve the next one in 5 minutes, considering it took me, what, an hour or so to do that last one? So I'll return to this maybe tomorrow evening, depending on if I'm knackered from work. Let's go watch a toilet film. Toilet film! Amazing. So let's... Thank you all very much for coming by. Let's have a look at who's around to raid. I say let's raid... What are you up to, Nate? Where are you in this game that you're playing? Right at the end, okay. Let's go with... Ooh, this game is cool. Yeah, I'm gonna read Luna. Enjoy the bit of this. Yeah, it's... I think you'd enjoy the rest of the VOD, Tam, and hopefully you can... If you catch up on it tomorrow, you can help scheme tomorrow. In any case, we're gonna go raid Luna, who's playing a game called Moonscars, which looks like a Castlevania Symphony of the Night type thing. I say having never played Castlevania Symphony of the Night, but it looks cool, and she's currently holding a cat, but I'm not going to promise that the cat will stay by the time the raid goes through, because I am notoriously unlucky when it comes to telling people about a cat on a stream. So take that with a grain of salt. And yeah, I'll probably see most of you over on the Discord for movie night. Have a lovely rest of your evenings, folks. Bye-bye.